Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead. Well, I'm baking today. This is my bread sponge. I'm going to show you what this is. This is a few cups of flour, double the amount, like if you have 1 cup of flour, it's 2 cups of water, some yeast, and a little bit of sugar. And I just whipped that together with a whisk and put it in the oven overnight. Didn't even need a light on it. It just bubbles away in that nice closed environment. Right, now we're going to put our pastry sheet down here. And I'm going to pour some of this dough starter. Whoa, look at the water in the bottom of that. Into this smaller one. Mind my fingers, they're clean. And this is our sweet dough. So we're just going to set that aside for the moment. Or it's going to be our sweet dough. Holy crap, it's hot in here. Okay, I'm just going to put this guy over here on the little ghost. And let's start now. These are the pans I'm hoping to use. Okay? I'm showing you them so I can get them out of my way. All right. Let's get Buddy here. Okay, so this dough is for the regular bread, and this dough is for Papa's sticky buns. So first things first, we're going to get our bread dough going. It's pretty watery, so we're going to add a good portion of flour here. And we're going to add a good portion of flour into the ghost here. But also in that, I'm going to add, oh my sugar's all lumpy. I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of sugar to that. Don't need a lot because we're going to be making a sticky dough. Get you down. Remember, never higher than 2. And I am sorry for the sound of ghost. I'm going to put an egg in here. Then goes more flour. Now, I am working on a consistency, folks. I'm not measuring anything. In here, I have bread dough, but I've added sugar. Bread dough with egg and milk, but I've added 1/2 cup of sugar. This is my bread dough. And I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil in there. A little bit of olive oil in there. I like to wet it when I have the time so that, you know, I can form it to the pan better. Okay, and we also need a rolling pin. Get it nicely covered in flour. Now, where'd my spatula go? This is our sticky dough. It has got pretty much the same ingredients, only I've added sugar. And it's a smaller recipe, so the egg is going to make it a little more rich. I always put my dough bowls in the sink right away if I can. For the simple reason is, it's like cement once it dries on. You know what I mean? It's not going to hurt my bread dough to knead longer. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to roll this out as thin as we possibly can. And I've ripped a couple of holes in it. That won't matter. Here is some butter. Rich. It makes the syrup. Cinnamon. It's not sticky buns without cinnamon. I'd put raisins in, but you know Howie's opinion on raisins. Brown sugar. Just like that. Spread it. And then we roll. And we try and keep this square as we roll. Spread this right to the edges. Alrighty. Okay, and see how soft that dough is? Okay, now, don't ask me how I know that that's thirds. It's because it's quite not. So, and then we're going to cut these into 3 and start putting them into our pan. Now don't worry if some are a little bit bigger than others. Why? They're going to rise. So that will make a difference. And they will fill this pan. Because look, now I just go boom, 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 boom. Cover these and let them rise. Okay folks, in these jars, these are the last 3 jars of our maple syrup. Now I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at this. This has been turning to sugar because we cooked it too thick. And it's been sitting in the bottom of the jars of our maple syrup. And you know, we've poured out as much maple syrup as we could manage. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to make the glaze for our sticky buns. I'm going to put some butter in there. And then we're going to dump our maple sugar and syrup in there. Look at that. It's candy. It's crystallized. Isn't that beautiful? We'll get the rest of this out of here. And we're just going to bring this to a boil and simmer it. I know there's people freaking out because I'm using a knife, but it's the only thing I can get to get this crystallized sugar out of there. See, now that sugar is starting to melt, isn't it? And the butter is going to make it a wonderful sappy syrup. Okay, we've got our bread in the oven, and there's still hunks of candy, because that's what it is, it's maple sugar, okay? And we're just gonna, you know what, there's gonna be way too much of this. We're just gonna pour all of this on here and just let that spread over the pecans. I don't know if this is gonna be like a candy coating or if it's gonna be a sticky bun. We don't know. This is something I've never done before. The bread's gonna take 35 minutes to 40 minutes. This may take a little bit less, so we'll set the timer for 25 minutes to double check. Pieces of maple sugar. Well, Father's ready for his treat, so I have to try and remember where these, whoops, that piece will be for Gracie when she comes in. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? Arthritis, I know. So
beat the crap.
Baby.
Beat all to crap.
Now, pecan. There is some brown sugar in it, but...
There's a pecan.
It's more like something you'd pick up and eat with your hands, Howard.
Sticky. And they'll be all sticky. Oh, wonderful.
Awesome. There you go. Enjoy your dessert.
Thank you.
There you go. Sticky. Not only did I make dessert while I was making bread, but I used up some, yeah, don't look at my hair. But I also used up our crystallized maple syrup for sticky buns. And I'm chewing on a piece right now, so there you go. Maple sugar sticky buns with pecans. Mwah! Take care, God bless.